easy it is to overlook the struggles faced by those living on limited incomes. The paradox of poverty is not just a catchy phrase but a stark reality for millions in our society. In a country as affluent as the United States, where wealth abounds, it's disheartening to know that 11.6% of our population, roughly 37.9 million people, are grappling with poverty. The census defines this group as individuals earning less than $2,760 per year or about $35 a day for a single person under the age of 65. I have learned that being poor isn't just a financial state, it's an expensive way of life. The Hamilton Project's data highlights a compelling fact: low-income Americans spend over 82% of their income on necessities, with housing and food costs being the major contributors. Comparatively, those with middling incomes spend about 78%, and high-income individuals allocate around 66% to necessities. While the percentage difference might seem modest, this extra financial cushion serves as the foundation for stability, allowing for the accumulation of wealth over time. In case you're wondering why this matters, it's crucial to understand that this 13 to 15% difference can compound over months and years, creating a substantial gap between financial stability and constant struggle. For those living paycheck to paycheck, the margin for unexpected expenses or opportunities for investment is slim to none. Who would have thought that where you buy your groceries could significantly impact your financial well-being? Consider this: a study reveals that prices at small stores, such as local bodegas or liquor stores, are, on average, 30 to 50% higher than those at larger stores like Costco or Trader Joe's. This creates what is known as a food desert, where residents, predominantly from lower income brackets, face restricted access to affordable and healthy food options. Have you ever thought about why you won't find a payday loan or lender in a wealthier neighborhood? The answer is simple: these predatory businesses thrive on targeting the vulnerable. Payday lenders prey on low-income consumers, aware that immediate financial needs make them easy targets. With interest rates reaching exorbitant levels, a $300 short-term loan could end up costing $45 in fees, equivalent to an APR rate of 400%. Wake up to the reality that regressive taxes further burden the poor. Much like a flat fee tax on a video game, these taxes take a larger percentage of income from those with less and a smaller percentage from those with more. Sales taxes, payroll taxes, and even parking tickets become disproportionately heavier burdens for those struggling to make ends meet. Remember, every problem compounds when you're on a lower income. A parking ticket might be an inconvenience for some, but for someone in a lower income bracket, it could mean choosing between having groceries for the week or not. The struggle is real, and it extends beyond the obvious financial constraints. In terms of housing, the upfront costs for those with limited incomes are staggering. First and last month's rent, plus a security deposit, often require a substantial upfront investment. Consider the additional challenges of no in-unit laundry or unreliable transportation, and the time and money spent on laundromats or public transit further widen the gap between economic classes. Now, let's talk about the banking system, which is supposed to be a facilitator of financial transactions. However, for those with lower incomes, it becomes a burden. Monthly service fees, overdraft fees, and the need for minimum balances create an environment where the less fortunate are penalized for their financial circumstances. Banks made a staggering $9.9 billion from overdraft fees alone in 2022, disproportionately affecting those with close to zero in their accounts. Have you ever wondered about the credit industry's impact on the poor? Having a credit score is a privilege that many in lower income brackets struggle to maintain. Late bill payments, inability to make minimum payments, and reliance on credit cards lead to a vicious cycle of worsening credit. This, in turn, results in higher APRs for loans, making it more expensive for the poor to access credit. The inability to secure loans from traditional lenders drives many to resort to payday lenders, further trapping them in a cycle of debt. In conclusion, The paradox of poverty is not merely a statistical observation but a harsh reality for a significant portion of our population. The poor face higher costs for basic needs, struggle with a skewed financial system, and often find themselves trapped in cycles of debt. This is not just an economic issue, it's a societal problem that demands attention and systemic change. Have you ever considered how you can contribute to breaking this cycle? Whether it's through supporting policies that address these disparities or finding ways to provide more equitable opportunities, every action counts. Let's strive for a society where financial stability is not a privilege but a shared reality. Remember, understanding the challenges faced by the less fortunate is the first step towards building a more compassionate and just society. Leave a comment above if you have ideas on how we can collectively address these issues or if you have experiences to share. Never give up on the belief that change is possible, and by working together, we can create a future where financial well-being is not determined by the size of one's wallet. Disclaimer: this content is intended for motivational and informational purposes only. It does not constitute financial advice, and individual circumstances may vary. Always consult with a financial professional for personalized guidance.
Before you go, help us by smashing that YouTube like button. And subscribe to this channel, so you won't miss any of our videos. This shows YouTube algorithm that you value our information. And it helps us spread the message. Sharing is caring.